Human beings are just the most badass thing on the planet, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it is amazing what we do. Really. It really is amazing. Like, is Easton still in the room? No, he's already gone. How many guys met Easton? Did you guys meet Easton when you came in? Our welcoming committee standing 6'5" on the welcome table. But he's my littlest guy. I have 3 sons. How many are parents in the room? We got parents? Most of us? Yeah. Okay, cool. Even if you're not a parent, you can relate to what I'm about to tell you. Kids are amazing because they don't know what they can't do they? And I was more present and home more when Easton was little, so I kind of got to see this more with Easton than I did with my older sons. But when Easton was little, it was fascinating to watch him every day because he's looking around and here's all these people walking on their legs, just walking around and not crawling, and he's like, what's up with that? So that's what kids do, and they're like, well, everybody else is walking, I'm going to walk. So they start pulling up and they fall down on their big fat diapered butt, right? So they do this over and over and over, and they don't quit. There's never a point in a child's life really where he says, this is too hard, this walking around business, I'm just going to just crawl forever, It just doesn't have, they might pull that for a couple of months at times, but they never live there. You think about something that we just take for granted, like talking, just talking. You know how hard that is? That we learned a language? That's badass. That we actually know how to make sounds and you know what I mean by the sounds I make. That's just crazy. And kids learn this by the time they're 1 or 2. Oh, how about sitting at a table and you're looking around at all these grown-ups and they're all eating. And the kid's like, well, I'll figure this out. I gotta get a spoon, and how do you hold it the right way? And you got kids? You guys? Yeah. You gotta get the Cheerio on the right side of the spoon, and then you gotta get that coming to your mouth at the same time that you time it to where your mouth is open at the same time. This is badass stuff, okay? This is advanced physics, right? And we all did it. So we had done more by the time we're 6 or 7 years old than most people have done when they're 45. It's there's something happens around 6 or 7, right? And it's usually this, it's usually parents and teachers, well-meaning, but it's, hey, get your head out of the clouds. Come on back down to earth, pay attention to what I'm telling you. Or peer groups who say, oh, you can't do that. Why would you even think about doing that? And little by little, our confidence gets eroded, right? And then you become one of those teenagers like I was who, why would you walk across the room and try to say hi to that girl? She'd probably just laugh at you. Way out of your league, right? But I did, didn't I, baby? But a lot of kids are really capable and would be really awesome at that stuff, but because of that eroding confidence that I mentioned, it's what's the point in trying out for that? I'm not even good at that stuff, Or somebody I'd like to learn how to play the piano, or I'd like to learn how to do this. I'd like to be a speaker. I'd like to write a book. You stand back and look and you think, when did I give myself permission to play that small? Now that's not an easy conversation to have. Most people will look away, but not you guys. You guys didn't look away. You guys looked it in the eye and said, when did I give myself permission to be that small? Who on earth gave me permission to go through my life playing at that level? The status quo, settling, just getting by, whatever language we want to use. So that's where magic happens. So part of the invitation this weekend is to reach back down and to get the courage, right? To, number one, believe that you can absolutely live whatever life you choose to live. If it's quit a job, if it's get a spouse home from work, if it's travel the world, be like a digital entrepreneur where you just travel around and make money from a laptop from whatever beach you decide to lie on, whatever, right? If it's getting out of debt, getting out of an apartment into a house, get out of the house into a dream house, whatever. I'm here to tell you, you are the same badass who once figured out how to get a Cheerio in your mouth. And this is way easier than that, okay? The hardest things that you'll ever do in life, you've already done them.